Het fascineert me wat gevoelens bij mensen teweeg brengen. Dit wil ik onder andere met mijn werk onderzoeken. Hoe geven mensen hun leven kleur? En wat weerhoudt mensen ervan te leven zoals ze zijn of willen zijn? As long as I'm true to myself and honest about this, what I want to achieve with the work, and it's for me. I think my belief is that this work helps other people to be who they want to be. Everybody who is gay suffers from the pressure of telling the world, and well, maybe not everybody, but almost everybody. What stops people? What is blocking people for being who they are or being for who they want to be? And that comes together, of course, with fears, but also with society, like what would the neighbors think, or what would my parents think, like the judgments. And it's very hard to be yourself in this world, because the world can be very cruel to people who are not mainstream. But I think the people who are not mainstream, or people who don't fit in, I think they color life, they color the world in a certain way. So that's one thing that I'm, like with my work, I want to show that it's okay to be different. And as well, I want to stimulate people to be different, or to be themselves at least. Not different, but to be themselves, no matter what. Because society, is still the norm, is just being straight. And you grow up and your parents have expectations for you getting a family, and of course these days it's less than it was before, but that's why for me it's interesting to do research, also because of my own homosexuality, I would say. I'm fascinated by the characters who can be who they want to be. So in that way I look for extremes as well, but also for just people who tell their story by who they are. I put up an advertisement at a gay dating site, and in this advertisement I was looking for a travestied, and because for me they are very interesting, because they're just like this. They are born as a man, or they are a man, and then they have the need to look like a woman, or like, so they have this image in front of them that how they want to be, although they never can be, because they are men and they will be men. And the way he lived in a very small room somewhere in East Berlin, in not the nicest area, only flat buildings, and it was very anonymous, and there was poverty, you could tell. And well, he was living in a room 30 square meters, with like a flat 30 square meters. It's like entering his world, and to realize that he could only be himself between these worlds, because that's the story about him. He's not openly a travestite. He's just inside his own four walls. He can be who he wants to be, and on the internet. So that's also something like that makes me think also, you know. But then I would say like he's kind of okay with who he is, or he is who he is, and he doesn't, by just letting me entering his world and having it photographed. But then as well, you know, you can also think about like, okay, then how do people behave in front of the camera, and what does the camera do? And it's kind of like a power you have in a certain way. It's strange. I think he was okay with it, but not really flabbergasted. Like, he was like, I don't know, he didn't really express his feelings about the work. He said thank you for sending me the email. That's it. Yeah, and that's okay for me. As I am not Nan Golden, I don't have that strong connection to him. It's about fantasy as well. That's what I like about it. You know, they shape their lives, and they shape that character that they want to be. So it's about the fantasy that comes true for them. Yeah, and they have a kind of an alter ego, and I can imagine it's nice, you know, to create your best friend, and that's you. Ik wil met mijn werk ergens voor staan. Zoals in mijn geval homoseksualiteit.